This video is for the parents that are absolutely done with their kids having meltdowns every afternoon and evening. You're here because you're tired and you've got nothing left and you're ready for things to change. Maybe a child walks through the door and they're fine 1 minute, and the next there's tears, shouting, things thrown. It's not just bad behaviour. It's not because you need to be tougher on them. It's a sign that their battery is running on empty. By afternoon, their system's done after a big day. Noise, lights, people, learning, demands from earlier. By bedtime, it's hunger, overstimulation, even worry about sleep that can tip them over the edge. For kids that are neurodiverse, like those with ADHD or autism, small things like a loud TV or rush routine can feel like a system crash. I'm Brendan, Behaviour Support Practitioner at The Guided Path. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 R's of afternoon meltdowns. 3 simple ways to recharge, regulate, and recognize the triggers. The first R is recharge their body after a big day. So many afternoon meltdowns are simply because the kids are hangry, hungry, and angry. Feed them fast as soon as they get home. A snack like fruit, yogurt, or cheese can stabilize blood sugar and mood. Hunger fuels the chaos. Also, make sure they're well hydrated. Some kids barely eat and drink all throughout the day. Then, free them. Let them move, let them relax, do something that chills them out. Playing in the backyard or the park, swinging, bouncing on the trampoline, or walking the dog can help release that bottled up energy from the day. Sometimes it's the opposite. They're really tired and they need to sleep. Sometimes you just need to let them nap. But just notice how this affects going to sleep at bedtime and actually sleeping through the night. One family I work with ended their afternoon battles by bringing their full dinner meal forward to when they first got home. And then their child went out to play for 30 minutes before they started their nighttime routine. It's not spoiling them, it's resetting their body so the evening routine actually works. The second R is regulate through your calm. We call this co-regulation. When your child explodes, your stress levels can spike just as fast. Don't match their chaos. You need to stay grounded. Ever notice that when you raise your voice, they'll raise their voice too, sometimes even louder? Speak even quieter than you would normally. Slow your breathing, relax, and lower your voice. You can say something like, "I'm here, you're safe," but say as little as possible. When you stay calm, you're teaching a child what calm feels like. One parent told me when they stopped arguing and brought their voice down to a whisper, meltdowns that used to last an hour were over and done with in 10 minutes. The third R is recognize the triggers. Meltdowns, they don't just come out of nowhere. They build up from patterns. For a week, take some notes. What time do they happen? What's happening before? Screens, hunger, noise, tiredness, transitions. You'll start to see the same patterns repeating. Once you know them, make some small changes. I'm not saying completely change everything. But if you realize carrot on a dinner plate causes an explosion, find another way to work in vegetables into their diet. If you're using screen time to help them calm down before bed, but they're melting down every time you tell them to turn it off, change things up. If you find they just can't deal with their siblings because they're socially burnt out from a big day, organize some quiet time alone. Sometimes it might be sensory triggers. Dim the lights, cut games before bed, add some music, offer a weighted blanket. When you learn your child's triggers, you'll stop reacting and start preventing. If you're here, I'm sure you're done with just surviving the afternoon and nightly meltdowns, and you're ready to put the 3 R's in action. Recharge their body, regulate through your calm, recognize the triggers. These steps work for every child, especially those that are neurodivergent who come home running on empty. When you stop escalating, skip the punishments, focus on calm connection. Evenings start to feel a little lighter for everyone. If this helped, I'd love if you hit the subscribe button. It would really help the channel. Every week, I'm going to keep posting strategies for supporting behaviour and emotional regulation. I know that sometimes things can be really challenging. If you want personalised support, get in contact. We can have a free chat. There's a link below. We specialise in identifying the triggers and creating plans that actually can help. You don't have to walk this path alone.